This is my data collection sheet for Jonathan Jackson. He is a 66-year-old male, 65 inches tall, 185 pounds, slightly overweight. He is hypertensive and looking to do exercise as a way to lose weight and bring down his blood pressure. This is my PAR-Q assessment, a general medical questionnaire, of Mr. Jackson. And I also have a release form from his doctor. As you can see on the back here, where I have logged, I have his medical release form from Dr. Who. His resting heart rate is 76 beats per minute. Blood pressure, when I checked it, was 136/92. We are going to do a 3-minute step test in which I will be taking his heart rate before we get started, 30 seconds in, and when we're done, we're going to do an overhead squat assessment and a single leg balance. And then we're going to get into the workout. This is my OPT template for Jonathan Jackson. Here we see that he is in phase 1 of the OPT model, which is the stabilization and balance part. Up at the top here, you can see where at the top is his lower heart rate and lose weight. And then it goes into our exercise that there'll be an IT band and adductors to work on his adductors. We're going to do that for 1 set, hold it for 30 seconds, hold each stretch for 30 seconds on my notes, going down into the static stretch. Then we'll do the treadmill for 5 minutes with the bar so that he can hold on, and then the bike for 5 minutes so that he won't have to stand. Being that he's older, this will give him a chance to not to have to bear all of his weight, since he has been in a state of being deconditioned and not exercising. Then we'll go to the stability ball, heel raise, the stability ball throw, rotation chest pass, ball sit and stand, single leg extend forward, single leg extend side. These are going to be our core and balance exercises. And here you can see that we're doing everything for 3 sets, 5 reps, until we get down to the last 2, because I know he's going to be tired by then. I assume he will be. He's going to hold on to the wall when we do that single leg extend forward and single leg extend side. We're going to go to slow tempo. There's a rest period for the first 3. There's no rest period for these last ones because he gets to sit on the ball, so he'll recover some of his ATP and PC, so he won't. So he should be in good shape, and then he'll be holding on to the wall for those other ones. He won't be moving very fast, so there'll be a shorter rest period. We're not going to get into the speed, agility, and quickness yet until we get his balance increased. Then we see here the dumbbell press and sit and stand with dumbbell, because there's been a lot of research regarding resistance training, lowering blood pressure in addition to cardio respiratory workouts. So we are going to do some dumbbell bench press to work his arms because they're up near his heart. So if we work those blood vessels up there, that should be beneficial. And then sit and stand with the dumbbell so that he can gain more balance as he's sitting and standing. We're going to do 3 reps of the first, 2 reps of the second. 3 sets of the first, 2 sets of the second, 5 reps apiece. Make sure he breathes out as he's lifting and keeps his back straight. The cool down, which is very important, rotation stretch, overhead arm stretch, side bend stretch, calf stretch on the wall, and then the bike. So those first sets of stretches are going to be 5 minutes apiece, because those first 3 are 60 seconds apiece. That calf stretch on the wall, we're going to do 1 leg and then do the other leg. That's why they're 2 sets, 60 seconds apiece. And then that bike for 10 minutes, so he'll actually be able to sit, and it'll be more like a leisurely stroll that he would take through a park with his grandson, so that he can recover his heart rate and slow it down at a leisurely pace while sitting.
It started.
Hi, welcome to my personal training video. I'm here with my client, Jonathan Jackson. He's my 66-year-old hypertensive male who has decided to come for his first workout today. So because he trusts me as his trainer, and we will be developing trust throughout the relationship, we're going to take this time. He's already got the release forms from his doctor. We've done a PAR-Q assessment. But I will be taking him through an overhead squat assessment and a sit and stand assessment to look at his form and to assess any balance needs so that we can stop injuries before they would happen. And then we're going to get into the workout. So, Mr. Johnson, would you please walk over to the chair? And what I want you to do is sit as you would normally sit, please. And then get comfortable. And I want you to please just stand up. Now, I'm noticing, Mr. Johnson, would you do that one more time for me, please? As Mr. Johnson is standing, I'm noticing that his feet are pronating or going outward. So there's some compensation in his calf muscles and thigh muscles. So we need to work on his balance regarding that and his form to make sure that his feet are straight and in line with the, to make sure that they're in line with his knee ankle complex and going up to the, with the kinetic chain from the knees, the ankles, the feet, the ankles, the knees, the hips, the back, the neck, and the head to make sure they're all in alignment. So throughout his workout for the first 30 days, we'll be focusing on balance to get his body in balance so that when we do certain workouts, Mr. Jackson will not injure himself. So that was very good, Mr. Johnson. Mr. Jackson, I also would like it if you would please extend your hands over your head. And I'm going to demonstrate for you what I want you to do. I would like for you to put your feet shoulder width apart, then straight down. And then as your hands are raised, I want you to sit and then stand from your chair. Please try to keep your back straight. Go ahead and do the first one. That's very good, Mr. Jackson. I'm noticing that your knees are going in. So maybe stretch your feet out a little bit wider. Maybe take a step. There you go. Now let's try that one more time. Raise your arms up a little bit more to give you a little bit better balance. And sit. And that seems to have corrected a lot of his form already. If you would like to come around this way, you can probably see better. Mr. Jackson, would you please sit? Now his form is more in alignment just from him taking his feet a little farther out. He's a couple inches taller than me, so he might have to step out just a little wider. And we'll remember that as we go on with his workouts. I have my OPT template here. And yes, I'm sorry about that. You can put your arms down now, Mr. Jackson. Thank you. You being a good sport about us videotaping you today. Now, Mr. Jackson, I was going to use my IT band today. But my darn kids lost it. So, I just want you to pretend that you have a band on your ankles. And what I want you to do is step to the side and then step to the middle. Please wait and let me demonstrate it for you. And then I'll just let you start, okay? And then take a step back, shoulder width apart, and then close that gap back up. Keep your hands on your hips and keep your pelvis tucked under. And breathe when you take your step. And then breathe, inhale, and exhale here. Inhale here, exhale here. Please give that a try. Very good. Now, I would like to do 30 seconds of this. So, we're going to count off. We're going to do that. That means in this time, we can probably do about 15 of these, okay? And go. Remember to keep your knees soft and don't lock them out while you do this.
3, 4.
That's 3.
6.
I'm sorry, my lovely assistant reminded me that was 7, so this is 8.
9. No, this is 10.
11.
12.
You're doing very Mr. Jackson. Very good. Thank you. Thank you for coming in today, Mr. Jackson. I sure appreciate this. I do want to remind you, I see that as you stand, your feet go outward. And I just want to remind you, I want you to, as you walk around, I want you to take notice of that and try to put more of your weight here, because it's going to help balance your weight. And it's going to help keep all of your body in alignment. Because when we don't hold our feet properly or hold some part of our body properly, other parts of our body have to compensate, overcompensate, and then that can lead to injury. Okay? Alright, so I appreciate that. So then we're going to do a static stretch, which is just a standing stretch. So I just want you to reach your hands overhead. We're going to inhale. And then down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. You're doing wonderful. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. It might not seem like it, but that has a little bit of a resistance property in it, because when you're holding your arms up here, this takes strength. And then when you control the movement coming down, that's helping to make your muscles stronger. Okay, so then I'll let you get on the treadmill for 5 minutes. So put your hands up on the bar of the treadmill as you're walking. When you walk, when you start, have your feet on the side so that you don't injure yourself. And then I'm gonna start it for you. And then when it's at a good walking pace, you step on with your dominant leg so that it's a little bit stronger, and then begin to walk. And I'll be back to check on you in 30 hours. I'm just playing, Mr. Jackson. I like to joke. It's good to keep you. I know it's a little nerve-wracking sometimes doing something new, so I just want to make sure that you are having fun, because it's important for it to be fun. I also want to make sure that you know I'm not here to kill you. I'm here to go through the process with you, okay? I see you getting a little sweat going on. That's really great. All right, so thank you. That's your 5 minutes. Now I would like for you to go get on the bike. This is a stationary bike right here. And the good thing about the stationary bike is it's going to take a little bit of pressure off of your legs, because you get to sit. Now you will be using your legs to pedal. But I'm going to turn the resistance down so that you won't have that much, so it won't be that hard. It's on 1, you're going to work a little bit, and your heart rate's going to get up some, but not too much. Alright, so hop on the bike. And begin to pedal. And let's keep that back straight. You might want to scoot up on the seat a little bit more. And do you mind if I touch you? Okay, because that sometimes I have to help guide your body as I'm helping you work out. All right, that's a good 5 minutes, so good job. Now, if you wouldn't mind coming here, here's the stability ball. And I'm going to demonstrate for you, before you get started, what I want you to do. I'm going to hold the ball as you sit. And then once you're comfortable on the ball, I want you to sit up as tall as you can and put your feet, you want your calf, your shins to be straight down, your feet going straight out, but you want there to be a line from your shoulders to your hips, and then your thighs are parallel to the ground, because again, this is going to help to prevent injury. And once you are sitting in this position, we're going to just raise up 1 foot. And I'm going to count for you, 5 seconds. We're going to put that down. Raise up the other foot, 5 seconds. So that issue you have when you stand and your feet are going out, this is going to help that, but this is also going to strengthen your balance. As you do this, it might not seem like it, but this is a good core exercise. So as you sit, I want you to engage your core. Tighten your muscles, right? And as you sit here, make sure your muscles remain tight. Lift, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and put it down. 1, 2, raise up the other one. 4, 5, put that one down. And we are going to do this at a slow tempo, 3 sets of 5 reps, or I'm going to say 4. So we're going to do 4 on each leg. So sit up nice and tall. Turn your toes inward for me, but keep your heels where they are because they're good. This foot a little bit more for me. There you go. Are you sitting up straight, nice and tall? And I'm going to snap as I'm counting, so it will help you. So raise that right heel. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Put it down and raise up. 1. Keep your stomach engaged. 4, 5, and put that one down. Again with the right leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Very good. Let's try to come up more on those toes as we get to this left foot. 1, 2. Very good, Mr. Jackson. 3, 4, and 5. If you're getting tired, please let me